Trump?
Yeah.
Election out today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, what's your birth year?
2004.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support his geopolitics. I believe he's creating stability in the Middle East, destabilizing a foreign threat to our democracy. I think he's been very beneficial at our southern border, keeping illegal immigrants out that killed Jocelyn Narakwa and Laken Riley. And he's been cracking down hardcore on election interference fraud, like we've seen many times before.
Okay, so undocumented immigrants are multiple times as likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural-born U.S. citizens. And if we prioritize going after those that have committed violence,
you know why that is? Because there's more U.S. citizens.
And if we prioritize going after those that have committed violent and serious offenses, we'll be able to actually focus on those that have actually been a threat to the safety and security of our population to a greater extent than rather than focusing on people who just come to our country for a better life. He has not created more stability within the Middle East. He's gotten Iran actually closer to a nuclear weapon, and then he wants to do the negotiation but can't even get that done. He's failing right now. Along with the fact that he originally has said that that Obama was bad at negotiation and that he was going to have to start a war with Iran because he couldn't negotiate, and that's exactly what he had to do in the first place. And then if we also look at election interference, Donald Trump is the one who tried to do that. He sent false leads of electors to Electoral College to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, and then claimed the election was rigged with absolutely no evidence, even though 60-plus courts indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election.
So why do you think so in the U.S., according to ICE, there's 40% of illegal immigrants that are detained there have a violent record, according to ICE.gov. 47% that are detained have a violent
Wrong.
Which I personally believe that all undocumented immigrants are criminals because they broke Law 8 USC, which is improper entry. If you illegally enter a country without our port of entry, that is a crime under Law 8 USC. So I believe 100% of them are criminals, rather if you have just some moral justification over which is not. So I believe if you enter a country without documents or through an improper entry, which it is a crime to improperly enter a country like the United States. And we've seen many instances like Lakeland Riley, like Jocelyn Narakwa, who were brutally slain by a illegal immigrant.
Okay, so actually the real number from ICE, if you actually look at the data yourself, which you clearly didn't, is actually only 5% of those detained by ICE have a violent criminal record. It's not 40%. I don't know where the hell you got that 40% number one. You whipped it right out of your ass, seemingly. And then you said that 100% of them are criminal. That's not true. 40% of undocumented immigrants are overstaying their visa, which is a violation of civil law, not criminal law, so they're not 100% are criminals. But you know who is 100% criminal? Your president that you support.
I mean, if you want to talk about his civil liability indictment, I mean, that's not one. It's a civil liability. It's a two-party settlement where two parties come to an agreement due to insignificant evidence. So that's that. And I think when you see instances of other, presidential candidacies like Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden pardoned Hunter Biden on tax evasion, but you seem to turn a blind eye to that. You seem to turn a blind eye to the Somalian fraud that's going on in Minnesota, that those two Somalian immigrants are facing 40 years for stealing $40 million from the taxpayer dollars. You tend to turn a blind eye to that stuff. But when Trump doesn't pay a tax 1 year, it's the end of the world. But you don't care about those Somalian immigrants who are stealing from the daycare center and the Leering centers. Thank you, Nick Shirley, for exposing that. We've seen the governor, a mayor of California, who was a Chinese spy, Suzanne Ann. You seem to turn a blind eye towards which is treason that is punishable by death, and that's what Trump was saying, that if you're found on treason, which Suzanne Ann was found on treason when she was confirmed to be a Chinese spy, and it just goes into voter fraud. That is a case of voter fraud. She was trying to gain voters for her political affiliation, which is totally, against that, just against moral compasses to do that.
Okay, so pardoning Hunter Biden, I can say I'm opposed to that because it's like we shouldn't be doing stuff specifically for like family members and things like that. But
tax evasion and
can you please shut the f up, please? I let you speak. I let you say a bunch of bullshit.
Ahead.
Let me speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I can disagree with that from the basis of the fact that I don't think you should just be able to do that for family, but I also acknowledge that I probably would have done the same shit myself. Now, you said it was for tax fraud. It was actually a misfiling of it. Please shut the f up, dude. Shut up.
You would have smoked.
Why can't you be quiet? Have some self-control. Genuinely be quiet. Okay, so I haven't even gotten through like one of the statements that you've made yet. Okay, you made multiple. If you want to go one by one, how about you then only say one thing? Okay. Now, again, I disagreed with that, but then I also say I probably would have done that myself if I were in that situation. It was actually a misfiling of a gun charge. I don't think it was even tax fraud. And then the situation with Donald Trump was falsification of business records in the first degree, which is a Class D felony in the state of New York, because of the fact that he had a predicate crime. He committed this crime in furtherance of another on. And then also for Somali fraud, I don't know why you specifically reference people who are Somali. I want to go after any fraud in the country, especially the ones that are pardoned by people like Trump. There are multiple fraudsters that have been pardoned by Donald Trump himself, and we agree with going after fraud. And the learning center that you were specifically referencing, that was for other violations, not even for fraud.
Leering. It was a
Right.
leering center. It
Yeah,
wasn't learning.
I understand that you're trying to again portray it in a way to like make it seem ridiculous, but you actually aren't familiar with the idea that their violations for why they shut down had nothing to do with fraud, right? In that
Okay.
relation, and then also the investigations. Again, we agree with going after fraud. Nick Shirley's an absolute idiot. He didn't actually help us get any fraud. And then also, if you care about committing treason, well, then Donald Trump actually would. There's a better argument for saying he commit treason by trying to send false levies to electors, electoral college, to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, and then also acknowledging the fact that he pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots. I don't support anyone
Yeah,
that
there
was
was an
operating
election interference.
as a spy for the CCP.
You want to
That's not
go?
something that I turned a blind eye to. Never once have I
You
ever
don't
done that.
call that out. You do not call that out. You do not stand.
Did I not
and you
just
do
do that
not
right
say
now?
breaking. You do not go and post TikTok saying breaking news: a Democrat Russian spy was
I don't do
found
breaking
on
news
treason.
videos.
Okay, well then you maybe should, because that is breaking news.
Okay, I
And
don't
it'd be
do
like
breaking news
you would
videos. I
seem
post
you would
debates.
seem
I do
you would
debates
seem
and I
less
debate people.
biased. You would seem less biased because obviously
I am not
you're
biased, and you can't even give me a reason why I would be. Or actually, every human is biased, but I'm not like, when you say biased, you mean like I'm unreasonably biased. Okay, you're trying to argue that I'm unreasonably biased here simply for not saying that someone was a CCP agent that I never even supported in the first place. So I have no obligation to talk about that. I have no obligation to go over that. There's no like assumption that I'm going to be in support of that. That makes zero sense. Donald Trump actually pardoned people who committed fraud, and literally he called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders. Okay, that's what he was saying was treason. Was them saying to not follow unlawful orders, which is exactly what Mike Pence said after January 6th.
Should you have an ID to vote?
What?
Should you have an ID to vote?
You already need one in order to register to vote.
No, you don't. In 30 states, it doesn't. In 30 states like Colorado, and all the Colorado, California, New York, they don't require a physical.
It's ironic that you picked California. I live in California, sir. You need an identification in order to register to vote.
No, you don't. Not in 30 states where you don't need a voter ID.
Really, because I live in California and I needed identification to register to vote. So tell me, how come?
So you voted?
So, do you live in California?
No.
Have you ever been to California?
I would never want to. That's.
Okay, so I just want to let you know, like, I live here. I actually know how it operates. You don't. You've just been propagandized and fear-mongered by people like Nick Shirley who have no clue what they're talking about, who are too scared to debate Dean and I.
Dude, he doesn't need to debate you when he's literally talking with congressmen, exposing fraud and exposing.
He's not exposing fraud, corruption. And he's too scared to debate me and Dean because he knows he'll get dog walked because he's not smart.
That's why Tim Walz resigned, because he's about to face criminal
because he's
indictment.
being harassed by people like you that have zero brain cells.
I will harass people like Tim Walz who don't care about the people that elected him.
Okay, so what crime did Tim Walz commit?
He allowed the fraud to go under his, and he said
didn't
there was
allow
no fraud.
for it. He allowed for investigations. He actually allowed for investigations and helped with investigations, specifically allowing for federal agents to go in and investigate. Did you know that?
So you do think we should have a voter ID to vote?
Wait, why are you pivoting? You said that Tim Walz committed a crime, and I said, when has he been charged? When has Tim Walz been charged or convicted?
He 100%. He said that there is no fraud.
When was he charged or convicted with crimes?
That's conspiracy. That's conspiring to commit fraud.
So why isn't he being charged by the Trump? Why isn't he being charged by the Trump AG?
By the Attorney General?
Yes.
Why is Tim Walz not being charged by the Attorney General? Because he's a political pawn that the higher ups need him for.
So no, the reality is that he didn't commit a crime, and you're just making that up because you're an idiot.
Well,
and
that's
you follow
why
whatever Nick Shirley says because you have no clue about how to do research.
It's a red wave, buddy. Get ready for the red wave.
You guys are losing all of the...
Congressman.
Wait, look at Trump's approval rating. It's declining like crazy. You said red wave? You mean red wave into the ground?
No, into the sky, buddy.
Then why are you guys
You
losing
have to,
approval rating?
you know, Vance is gonna win next
Hey,
year.
dude, why are
right?
you
In
losing
2
approval
years.
rating then?
Why are we losing approval rating?
Yeah, Trump is the lowest approval rating of any president in modern era.
We don't
Did you know that?
need the in modern era. Well, I still approve of them. I support our war in Iran, destabilizing.
It's because you have
the-
TDS. You have Trump devotion syndrome, and nothing Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting Trump.
Well, sending the illegals back home, the ones that commit violent offenses like
We
improperly.
agree
entering the
that going
country.
after those that have committed violent and serious offenses. Maybe you should also agree with that, because then you wouldn't have put the violent sex offender in the presidency of the United States.
But why did
Wait,
under
you,
your
if you want to hold
administration,
people who
13
have committed these horrible crimes accountable, why'd you vote for a violent sex offender?
civil liability is not a criminal conviction that doesn't go.
Yeah,
on a
that doesn't
record,
need to be.
that
He's
doesn't
still a
hold
violent
you.
sex offender.
What is
He
this? Can you
violated a
explain?
civil law
Can
and
you
he
explain?
abused
So
Eugene
it's
Carroll.
civil. Is sexual assault a civil case, or is that a criminal case?
It's civil in this case because of the
Exactly.
statute
So
limitations
in this
that
case,
prevented them
because
from
of lack
holding him
of
accountable in
evidence,
a criminal court.
because of lack of evidence after 30 plus years of
Nope, it's because of statute limitations. I know that you don't know the difference
Exactly,
because, again,
statute
you learned
limitations
everything that you
is
know
a
from Nick
law,
Shirley.
right? Statute limitations can hold up in court when you do not have sufficient evidence to.
Can you tell me what a statute of limitations is?
So you just explained it it's after a certain amount of time, evidence cannot be used in a court of law or in
No.
in trial.
After a certain amount of
and
years...
that is the
I'm going to pause you again. After a certain amount of years, you can't try someone for a particular crime regardless of the amount of evidence. So put on your listening ears. Put on your listening ears. Did you put your listening ears on? Did you hear what I said?
Keep yapping, buddy.
Oh, you can't engage with my points because you know that you lost.
You're getting cooked. You're getting cooked right now, dude.
Are you typing into Grok for your answer?
Grok?
Yeah.
What's Grok?
Because you didn't respond right away. What did you just do?
Wait, what are you saying right now, dude? Speak words, please. Get Dean up in here because I want to debate both of you guys at the same time.
Beg.
Oh, are you frozen?
You have to beg for it.
Beg for freaking Trump not to be your president.
No, you have to beg for Dean Withers to come up on the live. Start begging. Get on your knees and start begging.
That's I don't consent to that. So if you force me to do that, that is a pretty crazy thing to do to somebody.
How the fuck could I force you to do that?
It's very it's giving.
Sir, how the fuck could I force you to do that? How the fuck could I force you to do that? How am I gonna force you to get on your knees and start begging for Trump to get on the live? How the fuck would I force you to do that? We're having a call on the internet, dude. Am I gonna use my telepathy, dude? Am I gonna telekinesis?
Well, your daddy,
telekinesis, actually, telekinesis. We're gonna use my brain, and we're gonna force him to do it. Actually, everybody, look at this guy. We're forcing him to do it. Actually.
Okay.
I use the force. Did you know that?
You probably do use the force on women, which is kind of bad.
That was the cringiest thing I've ever heard someone say in my life.
Probably force your way on the women at bars.
That's a disgusting thing to say. Why'd you just say that after you literally support a violent sex offender?
I already proved.
No, I don't force myself onto women at bars. You know, Donald Trump bragged about grabbing women by the without asking. So actually, you're just projecting.
He said women would throw.
You're projecting.
Have you ever met a woman before?
Yes, of course I've met a woman.
Have you met our generation of women?
Yes.
Have you met the Bonnie Blues? Have you met all these?
Do you think
women?
The average woman is comparable to Bonnie Blue?
Not necessarily, but when they see a rich guy, they'll honestly throw themselves at them, and we've seen it in many cases. 80% of women will do that.
Type 3 in the comment section if that's not you. So like, I think you like to brand women that way, but like, you know that women don't think that. So you know that like you're just like literally thinking. Where'd you get this from? A Red Pill podcast? Where'd you hear this from? Myron Gaines?
I talked to.
How about you listen to women for one time in your life? Have you ever met a woman?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like it. If you think that all women, specifically in our generation, are just gonna be branded as Bonnie Blue, I'm sorry. Then that means that you probably haven't met women, and your understanding of what a woman is defined by OF models on the whatever podcast.
Women are naturally attracted to
No, I'm seriously, your understanding of what a woman is probably literally OF models on the whatever podcast that are going on the whatever podcast in order to literally make money off of the viewers on the podcast.
We've seen this rise of like the Sophie Rains, all of these.
Your literally understanding of the average woman is literally straight up goon brained. You are goon brained, bro. You literally, the only way that you understand women is through like the OF models you see on the internet. You just brought up, by the way,
It's
the
a
only
good
representations you just brought up for the
representation.
generation of women that exist today is
Good
literally OF
representation.
models. That's all you brought up.
In our day and age, it's
So, dude,
leaning
all you
toward.
just admitted to doing was being a gooner, bro. That's it. You're a
What's
gooning
wrong with
addict.
gooning every now and then?
Okay, you're being really cringe now.
How? You asked me what's wrong with gooning.
I did not ask you that. I said all you're proving is that you're a goon addict, bro. Okay? Instead of actually doing all this, can you literally just engage with like an actual relevant point? You try to describe women this way because you don't know women in person. You never talk to women. You don't take into consideration what women say. You don't listen to it. You don't take it into consideration because you think that you're better than women.
Okay.
Watch this. Do you think men are better at leading than women?
More emotionally, yeah.
Okay, so did you know that men have lower
Statistically, yeah.
emotional intelligence? Did you know that men have lower IQ on average? Did you know that men are more likely to resort to aggression, violent behavior, and violent crimes in conflict resolution than actually engaging in genuine good conflict resolution in the first place? Men are significantly more emotionally. Did you know that?
But why did every month they get like, you know, an emotional cycle, menopause or what?
You
What
have
is
that
it?
every day as a man. Did you know that?
I mean, not like
Did you know
as
that you have that
bad.
hormone cycle on a daily basis?
Every month they have emotional.
Did you know that yours
outbursts.
is every single day?
Their body literally
Did you
gives
did you
them
know did you know that?
estrogen.
And by the way, do you think menopause is happening every
They
month?
have. They
Wait,
have.
wait, did you
they,
say menopause is happening every month?
no?
Well, what's happening every month?
The you know, the period. I don't know if it's against TOS, but
It's not
every
against
month.
TOS, no.
So if men were to have that
Can
every
I ask you a
month,
question?
it's statistically bad. Like
How many holes do women typically have below the waist?
that's a weird question to ask a stranger, and that is a weird question to ask online. I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. I don't care to know how many women that's between women, and I'm not here to speak on women. I'm here to
That's a
speak
lot of
on
words for I don't know.
Trump.
That's a lot of words for I don't know.
How many holes? I don't feel comfortable answering that question.
Why not?
Like, respect my comfortability, please, and we can have a respectful
You just
debate.
tried to brand women as like OF models, and then you literally tried to talk about gooning, and you're really like you can't answer this question. This just tells me you don't know the answer.
All right, how many holes, buddy?
Answer. I'm waiting for you to answer.
I don't.
Can you
I
admit that
don't.
you
It's a
don't know,
weird
and then I'll
question.
answer?
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
It's 3,
answer.
dude.
So what? The belly button? Is that a hole?
1, the belly button's not below the waist. 2, the belly button is.
Debatable, dude. That's
What do you
like
mean,
your
but debatable? What is a waist?
Like, I mean, it connects to your waist, though.
Dude, your waist. Stop. Your waist is below your belly button. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, in that.
So we said below the waist, bro.
Debatable.
So can you answer this? So
Very
it's
debatable.
3. Do you want to? So name them. What do you think the 3 are?
Dude, I'm not taking a class in woman
You don't
biology
need to take a
right
class.
now.
I just want to see how intelligent you are. This is the average
So if
Nick
they-
Shirley fan, by the way. Average
they-
Nick Shirley fan, by the way. Average pro-lifer that wants to restrict your bodily autonomy.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You see what I mean? Average pro-lifer, average Nick Shirley fan that wants to restrict your rights to literally be able to get access
doctors say-
over your body. Incel knowledge right here.
It's not. Doctors say life happens at conception, and that's between 2 consensual partners, and less than 1% is under, grave circumstances.
Yeah, so what are the 3 holes?
When does a baby?
Wait, no,
when
answer
does a
the
baby
question.
start
What are the 3 holes? That's 1.
I don't know the ass, dude. Such a weird
2?
question. Such
What
a
else?
Weird
What else?
question.
What's the third?
I don't know, buddy. What is the
Everyone
third?
has this. Everyone has this. You know, you have this too.
Inform.
It's the urethra.
Nice. I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know that. How many holes a human has? Do you want to get back on the topic of Trump?
You didn't, so that was really sad. How many continents are there?
There are 7 continents.
And what are they?
North America, Africa. Do you count Australia? Antarctica, Europe, America, Europe, South America, Europe.
You said Europe 3 times. Europe is 3 separate continents, everybody. And also, America is also a
I'm
continent.
trying to think of, is Russia? What continent is Russia?
Yeah,
in?
you're
Is that in
totally right.
Europe?
Russia is a continent. You're totally right.
Oh, continent.
Yeah, no, Russia's not a continent. It's Asia. Is the one you're looking
That's
for?
what I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I was looking for. So boom.
It's North America and South America. It's not just America.
Yeah, but it's also
And then
America.
also Europe is
South
not
America
3
is
different
America.
continents, so I just want to let you know.
I know that, obviously.
Europe, Europe, Europe. Okay,
Asia.
now another question. How many branches of government are there?
There's 3:
And what are they?
executive, legislative, and judicial.
Can you name the 2 main aspects of the legislative branch?
Legislative, 2 main acts.
2 main aspects of the legislative branch. 2 main bodies of the legislative branch.
I know executive is where the president signs orders. Pass out. They put new bills into place,
I
right?
said the 2 main bodies of the legislative branch. What are they?
Congress?
That's what it is. What are the 2 main aspects? And by the way, you got that from the chat, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
So what are the 2 main
Senate.
aspects?
The Senate.
What else?
And what was that other one? The name right now. Sorry, I'm brain farting.
He's waiting for the chat to say it, everyone.
Yeah. Inform me.
You know, wait, just come on. You got this.
Dude, I don't really like debate politics like that. And like, yeah.
Just try it.
I know a Senate, Supreme Court.
You're totally right.
Yep.
No, that's the judicial branch.
Okay. You know your branches of government.
Yeah, it's the Senate and the House of Representatives. That's Congress.
Good for you.
Okay. This is in elementary school. We learned that.
Awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Incredible. So yeah, like, can you name one policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the average American more than it benefit the rich?
The SAVE Act.
That never passed.
I'm pretty sure. What's the bill where
I asked for a single bill that benefit the average American more than it benefit the rich. And plus, the SAVE Act was just a voter suppression bill, not even actually a bill to...
Didn't that pass, though? I'm pretty sure that passed.
No, it didn't. It wasn't even a bill actually to increase the efficacy of our elections. It was simply a bill to engage in voter suppression. And you just didn't know that because you're misinformed.
No, it was a policy. He stopped BlackRock from buying homes.
He stopped BlackRock from buying homes? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he signed an executive order for that, so BlackRock can't buy family homes. Did you?
So you're saying for single family homes, right?
Yeah, and he signed an executive order.
They can. It's just not over a certain amount, right?
Yeah, so that's a bill. That's an executive order that I
And
liked.
that wasn't it
Is
just
border funding?
And wait, I don't even know if it was passed yet.
Funding?
Wasn't it still yet to be passed? Let me see. Prevent large companies from buying single family homes. President said the U.S. should bar large institutional investors from buying single family homes. He argues it, but he hasn't passed it. It doesn't seem. Yeah, he said I will be calling on Congress to codify it.
The BBBA is definitely one of the Big Beautiful Bill Act was definitely another one that actually passed.
Can you tell me what aspects of the Big Beautiful Bill that you like?
Well, for this year's tax brackets, right? The lower two brackets.
Can I just clarify something as well? The Big Beautiful Bill, most of it goes to the rich and wealthy.
No, it didn't, because in this year's tax return, the 2 highest classes, the 10 and 12%, they had a 4.7 increase, while the lowest class, I think 3 and 5%, had a 3.5 decrease in their tax. And that was an act off of the Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah, according to the Congressional Budget Office, most of the tax policies, in terms of the overall bill spent in terms of the bill, went to the rich and wealthy. Okay, it is not true that most of it went to working class people.
That's just what the IRS
you have been conned by Donald Trump.
No, I haven't, dude. I just like.
Yes,
I mean,
you
that's
have.
That's just off of the Big Beautiful Bill Act.
No, you can find this from the Congressional Budget Office that most of it went to the rich and wealthy. And by the way, it even increased the amount that lower income individuals are paying into the system by decreasing benefits.
He also decreased the price of insulin too.
For the bottom quintile actually pays more into the system because of the fact that Donald Trump got rid of benefits through Medicaid, food stamps.
No, he didn't. He actually didn't. Insulin, for example, used to be like $200.
He did cut Medicaid and food stamps. You're just lying.
He cut it for the wealthy, but not for
the wealthy don't get Medicaid and food stamps.
So, but what I'm saying
he cut it for the wealthy. What?
What I'm saying is that
what are you talking about, bro?
Trump
what
RX,
do you mean he cut it for the wealthy? What are you saying, bro? They don't qualify. Oh my god. Tracy, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $40. Thank you very much, Tracy. Give me some W's for Tracy in the comment section right now. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $40 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Can you thank Tracy for the $40?
No.
Why not?
No.
Okay, well, Joe, thank you for the $6. Thank you for the IQ test. It was diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. What can I say? Tanner, thank you so much for the dollar. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though, why didn't Doge discover it? You're right. Amanda, thank you for the $7. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely diabolical. What can I say? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny that you saying diabolical got them to say that another contractor then said, "Do you know Parker get a job?" I love that guy. That's so funny. I love them for that. That's so funny. W, the word diabolical. We love that. Melena, thank you so much for the dollar for new hole dropped belly button. Yeah, thank you so much. Christina, thank you so much for the dollar as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Just want him to, just want to tell this clown that the primary hormone we produce during menstruation is testosterone. Lamau. He doesn't know that. Marina, thank you so much for the dollar as well. Thank you very
And
much.
you don't know one single good bill
Maybe.
that Trump has passed.
Here, I think the $2. Operation Warp Speed is the only bill. And also, that would be because he sucks ass at passing bills.
He
Shref, thank you so much for the $5 for the belly button ad. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Boudica, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Frozen EO, he raised the revenue limit to $1 billion, but didn't close the loophole that allows for them to create LLCs to purchase the home. Literally crazy. Jocelyn, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. As a woman, this guy's never spoken to a woman until he changes his ideology, and honestly, his entire personality, he never will. Also, lol at the belly button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Jewel, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much for a lot of words to say he's never been within 3 feet of a woman. Thank you so much, Jewel. I appreciate it. Thank you. King, thank you so much for the $10 for incel vibes. How do you feel about the chat thinks you're an incel?
You're the big incel, dude. You remember when Dean said that it's okay to sleep with your cousin if you're a libertarian?
That's not what he said.
Yes, exactly what he said. He said Dean got cooked in that like he always does. He said it's okay to sleep with your cousin if you're libertarian. So you're the incel.
Actually, that's not what a libertarian position is, and that's not what Dean's position is.
None of your chat can outbench me, dude. I promise you that.
None of your chat can outbench me. That was really cringe. What do you bench?
Bench 300.
Yeah, I bench 350.
No, you fucking don't. You don't.
I do. I bench 350.
You don't. Bench
If you're in the chat and you believe that I bench more than him, type 3 in the comment section. Because I bench 350, dude. What can I say?
Anyway,
they've seen me. I've literally done this on stream before. I've benched 350 on stream. Chelsea, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Dean said he's an incel because it's okay to sleep with your cousin if you're a libertarian.
That's not what he said.
Exactly what he said.
By the way, are you Christian?
I think of myself as a Christ believer.
Okay. Do you believe in Adam and Eve?
Christ and believe. I believe in the creation of. I believe Eve was sent here to corrupt Adam.
Okay, but do you believe in Adam and Eve as the first humans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying God preferred incest because in order for Adam and Eve's children to reproduce, they had to f each other.
But I mean, were they technically sister and brother? Because did they come from a mom and dad together?
Yes.
Or were they created in God's image?
They were brother and sister, sir.
So there's a woman God? How do you know that?
Dude, Adam and Eve had children. Their kids, in order to have kids, had to fuck.
I mean, that's just human population, dude. But it's not technically incest.
Okay. Wait, and also, by the way, not just one time. They had to bring it back for a second time. Do you believe in Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
Okay, we had to bring it back for a second time. Now, Noah's bloodline was the only bloodline left. Okay? How did Noah's kids produce children? Oof.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Sweet home Alabama.
That's just what Dean said. Dude.
Where the skies are so blue. By the way, you can believe that those aren't actually real stories and that those are just figurative, but you decide to believe that they're literal. So, sweet home Alabama. Hey, dude, like, what are you're gonna stop talking about that?
No, I'm just saying that's what Dean said. It's okay.
So wait, so does God? Wait, so to clarify, under your view, does God love incest?
No, I don't think so.
So then why did God create the conditions where incest was necessary, rather than just spawning in a bunch more humans?
I don't know. I'm here to talk about Trump, dude, and that's just what you're.
Okay, so then why did you bring up incest?
That's what I'm just saying.
Is it what you're thinking about all the time? Because you're an incel.
No, because you called me.
You know what? Because you are an incel.
You're an incel, dude. Like
you've done everything but say I'm wrong.
You were wrong about Trump not passing any good bills.
Does everyone notice that he said everything but say I'm wrong for calling him an incel?
I said you're wrong on every topic you talked about Trump.
But calling you an incel?
I've debunked you on every Trump topic you could possibly.
You debunked me on every Trump topic, like including you being an incel?
No, including the E. Jean Carroll case, where the U.S. Supreme Court documents actually ruled she was incompetent and politically motivated.
No, she didn't.
And
The
US
court
Supreme
did
Court
not determine that she was incompetent and politically motivated.
She was.
You made that up. No court determined that. What court? You tell me right now.
Supreme Court.
No, the Supreme Court did not say that. You want to bet?
It was a Supreme Court document.
You want to bet?
Bet, dude.
How much?
Bet.
How much?
It's off of this U.S. Supreme Court.
How much you want to bet?
Politically motivated.
How much you want to bet? The Supreme Court never said that. How much you want to bet?
Whatever you want to bet, dude.
Okay, $250.
$250. And if I pull up U.S. court documents, or you can look up the U.S. Supreme Court.
That says the Supreme Court said that she was a politically motivated and lying. Yeah.
Look it up. Please look it up. It's going to be
the Supreme Court never ruled on the case, genius. Go look it up.
Look it up.
The Supreme Court never ruled on the case.
Dude, look it up. I'm not going to ask you.
I have looked it up.
You don't want to look it up. You don't want to read
So
off
wait,
the
by the way,
US
are you going to
Supreme
give me
Court
where's my 250?
You got Venmo, buddy?
Yeah, Venmo.
What's your Venmo?
Link tree in the bio. Parker COL. No spaces. Just
Okay,
just click on the link tree in my bio.
Give me my Venmo. You want my Venmo?
No, because I don't have to pay you.
What the dude? Yes, you do. That's
You-
not how
you owe me
that works.
$250.
Obviously, you never gambled.
You owe me $250 because literally the Supreme Court never ruled on the case at all. I just want to let you know that. So I can't wait for my $250 to be sent to my Venmo. Joe, thank you for the $6 for no way a Parksist benches 350. Yes, I do actually. Parksist, we actually have this superpower. Luis, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know, right? He wanted to debate Dean because he thought he was so smart and then literally doesn't know basic biology. Doesn't know basic anatomy. Yet he wants to restrict people's access to abortion, by the way.
From the U.S. Supreme Court.gov. You ready for it? You ready for what they're about to say?
What's the title?
E. Jean Carroll, first raised, facially implausible.
You're cutting out.
Politically motivated.
You cut out. All I heard was E. Jean Carroll.
Allegations against Donald Trump. So
you keep cutting out. I can't hear you. You need to memorize it and then come back and tell me.
Politically motivated allegations against Trump. E. Jean Carroll, first raised, plausible. Yeah. So that's from the U.S. Supreme Court.
No, it's not.
President J. Trump versus E. Jean Carroll. U.S. Supreme Court.gov. That's your title.
Was it courts from the Supreme Court?
It was courts that are public now.
So where does it say that?
What do you mean?
Where does it say that? That it was politically motivated?
Parker, you owe me $250. You owe me $250.
No, I don't.
You owe me $250. That's
this is not a SCOTUS ruling,
Court.gov.
genius.
Give me your $250, buddy.
I do not owe you $250.
I'm gonna sue you, dude. I'm going
Go
to
for
sue
it.
you.
Try.
I have a lawyer, dude. I'm actually studying to be a lawyer in college.
Okay, go for it.
Columbia, buddy. I'm going to sue you because now you owe me $250. So please give me $250. Say okay. I'll take Daddy.
I don't
I'm sorry.
owe you $250.
I'll take Daddy. I'm sorry. Can you say Daddy? I'm sorry.
I don't owe you $250.
Dude,
because
we made
this
a bet,
isn't the Supreme Court
I just read you a Supreme Court document.
That is not what it is. It is simply something on the Supreme Court that links you to the appellate case in the context of the E. Jean Carroll case. Okay? It's not a Supreme Court making a ruling on this.
You said it wasn't. Dude, you owe me $250.
It's not a ruling from the Supreme Court.
Are you gonna pay up? Or are you gonna yap?
You owe me $250. This is not a ruling from the Supreme Court. It's simply something that you found where it links you to the Supreme Court thing. It's
but
not.
You said it was. You said the Supreme Court didn't rule on it. Give me $250.
This is not a Supreme Court ruling.
So you're gonna concede that you were wrong.
Wait, dude, you actually I'm
did
serious.
not rule on this.
Hey, dude, this is not a Supreme Court ruling.
It's literally a Supreme Court document.
But this is not a Supreme Court ruling.
I'm
on the page that you're
United
referencing.
States,
This is not a Supreme Court ruling. Where does it say it's a Supreme Court ruling? You swiped out again. So everyone, just
Statement
he
of
owes me
jurisdiction,
$250.
so.
Everyone,
No, you owe me $250.
we need to let him know to pay him. Pay up. Where's my $250, bro?
Where is
my $250, bro? I'm waiting for my $250. Where's it at, bro? Where's my $250? I'm waiting for it. In the meantime, can you thank Junior for the $1, by the way?
Junior.
Why? They're
Sounds like
helping
an
you with your
illegal.
$250.
Yeah, that you're gonna send me.
No, that you're gonna send me.
Why would I send you $1?
Because this is not a Supreme Court ruling.
I said it was a Supreme Court document. I never said anything about ruling.
We talked about
twist
ruling.
And turn my tongue.
That was the whole thing with this is about.
Don't twist and turn my tongue.
What?
And
You're being ridiculous. The Supreme Court never made a ruling on this. That's what I brought up.
I gotta go to the gym.
You can rewind on the debate, and you can literally see that you said this.
You said, oh, did the U.S. Supreme Court say that? And I was like, yeah. And then you were like,
No, I
bet
said
me,
the U.S.
bet me,
Supreme Court never
bet
made
me.
a ruling on
So
that.
you
That's what
owe
I
me
said.
250. All right, ready for I'll send you my Venmo.
So by the way, this is what people do. They just
I'll
like
send you my
literally
Venmo.
you're just gonna sit up here and say that repeatedly instead of actually engaging with the fact that you literally owe me
I
250.
literally gave
When
you
you
an
okay, so
article in a
you know
U.S.
what?
Supreme Court document.
Well, by the way, Junior, thank you so much for the dollar. Thank you very much. That is absolutely diabolical. They said that.
So please give me my 250, and we can
Diabolical,
settle.
Jonathan.
We
Thank you
can
so much
either
for the
settle
$2.
this.
Thank you very much for because
All right,
the caller is
all right.
Nick Shirley, grade stupid. Thank you so
We
much.
can.
Jenny,
We
thank
can
you so much for
either
the $5.
settle
Thank
this.
you very much for anyone else concerned that this guy's supposedly becoming a lawyer. He's not gonna make it through law school.
What do you mean, dude? I'm already.
No shot.
I'm
Zero
literally in my
shot.
second semester.
Bull. Wait, what's bull? You're making it through law school.
Yeah,
Crispy,
I'm
thank you for
actually
the
gonna
$2.
put
Thank you.
I'm gonna put a settlement against you. So you owe me
Wait.
250.
Yeah. By the way, which
you
judge
said
wrote the decision?
Justin D. Smith, I believe.
That is the Council of Record. You misread.
So you said it wasn't a Supreme Court document, but it actually is a Supreme Court where they
Yeah,
rule
it's a
that
Supreme
Eugene
Court
had
document of him.
implausible evidence.
Yeah, listen, it's a Supreme Court document of Trump petitioning the government. Not a
Yeah.
ruling from the Supreme Court. It's a petition from Trump.
But it's also
Yeah, and the Justin D. Smith was the counsel of record for the counsel of Donald Trump for petitioning the Supreme Court. So let me just clarify. The document you're referencing is not a ruling from the Supreme Court. It's Trump petitioning the Supreme Court so that they'll look over the case, which they haven't done. Jay, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Chris, thank you so much for the $20 for Don Lemon. Just said mentioned that what you said about the economy at Jubilee on his live show. Yes, I actually heard about that. I'm gonna go check that one out later. He said he would love to have me on his show. I'd love to go on his show. If anyone can get a clip of me saying that to him, I'd fucking love that. I'd love to be able to go on his show. That'd be great to talk to Don Lemon. The guy just left. Oh. He ran away. He owes me $250 and ran away. Look at that. Bro, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. Oh my god.